everyone. Thank you for holding. Welcome. Hello. Hey there, PCU, cat, dog, lamp, baguettes, bellhound. With the power of you can somehow become even stronger. Yes, bellhound, I grow stronger by the day. What's this voice? This voice is excellent question. What is it? It says aphonic. Does this sound aphonic to you guys? It doesn't really to me. I mean, I guess a little bit, but it sounds more machine-like to me. Morning electrofox and turn her into a robot. Is this such a common side effect? Oh no! Alright, enough of that. Hello. For those that don't follow me on Twitter and have no clue what Bellhound is talking about, I got my ADHD meds yesterday after years of suspecting but doing nothing about it. So we shall see how that goes. Yay! But yeah, hello everyone. Hello. Speaking of that though, I don't know if I told you guys I had to get some blood tests done. I guess my doctor wants to know my blood levels just in case of something. I don't know, but I had to have some blood tests done, and I went to the lab. I don't think I told this yesterday, since I kind of wanted to get into reverse that way. Your blood levels are dangerously low. Actually, actually though. Like, you know when they take blood, you know, they feel like these little tubes. So, you know, they pinch my right arm, as they normally do. They use the little needle because apparently my veins are too small for the big one. So they use the small one, which I'm happy about because I'm scared of needles. So like I'm happy when they use the little one. But they put the thing, you know, and like, you know, everything normal. They fill the first tube and then like they put on the second tube because they needed 2 tubes. And like a few drops fall, and then like it just stops. There's no more blood coming out. And the nurse like waited and waited, and it wouldn't come out, so she had to start moving the little needle around a little bit. And I was having a moment through this. Like, it is very clear that I get scared. Like, she asked me like, "Are you okay?" And I'd be like, "No, I'm terrified of needles." And she's like, we just need a little more. We just need a little more. It literally, it apparently was a test that just needed like 2 cc of blood. But it was just not coming out. Like, there was no more blood coming out. And like she was like, there's it's not coming out. She tried a few times, you know, she kind of moved the needle around because she was like, you know, she saw I was so scared. She was like, I don't want to pinch your other arm. But it did not come out. So she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to try the other arm. So she went, and okay, left arm time. Same thing, you know, they put the little tourniquet thing and like do a fist and whatever, and like she gets the vein with the little needle. And in this this one there was even less blood coming out. Because like, you know, the little needle has like a long when they use the little needle, it has like a long tube that goes onto the big tube that they use. It wouldn't even go out to the tube. It just kind of it was just a little bit, but it wouldn't go past like the needle itself. And she was like, "Oh no, it's not coming out. Why is it not coming out?" And like she tried for like a few minutes, and then she was like, "Okay, this just there's no more coming out." Like there's. So like I'm sitting there with like both my arms, you know, when they put like the little cotton with like the tape, both my arms taped. And she's like, "I'm gonna ask if this is enough for the test." She was like, "Do you want some juice?" She gave me a juice. She gave me a juice box. And she went around to ask. And they were like, "No, it's not enough," because apparently they needed 2 cc of blood for the test, but only 1 cc came out. So yeah, it was an experience. And by that point, they were like, "Okay, we're just gonna wait." Apparently, at that point, they usually wait for like there tends to be like a super nurse that like it's very good at blood tests. And they were like, "Okay, we're gonna wait for someone else." But like it was taking a while, and like the lady didn't want to keep me waiting there. So after I drank two juice boxes, hey Mango Tango. Yeah, no, I did squeeze my hand. They did tell me like make a fist, and then they were like, "Relax your hand." I was like, nothing was helping. After they gave me 2 juice boxes, the lady was like, you know, she went back to my my right arm, and like started looking around on my arm, and she was like, I'm just looking around. And she's like, "Okay, there's a vein here," and it was like on the side of your wrist. She kind of looked at me, like she waited for another like minute or two, but no one was coming. So she was like, "All right, I'm gonna have to try your wrist." And I was like, "Okay." And yeah, she pinched my wrist, and then finally it came out. But it hurts when they pinch your wrist. It hurts more than when they pinch your inside of the elbow. So yeah, I walk out of the lab all pinched all over, had tape all over my arms. It was an experience. It has never happened to me before. Like I knew nurses usually tell me like, you know, I have hard veins, but it had never gotten to that point. Simply have the nurse pick you up and shake you till the blood falls out. She should have done that. Maybe they should have invest in a shaking chair. Maybe they should have dropped the next Mick event on you to get that blood flow going. I mean, true. That explains how you're so stone cold when it comes to horror games. There's just no blood flow at all. That is the truth. Low battery. Where's the charger? First time I heard that someone doesn't have blood. Yeah, no, it's strange. Like I said, it's clearly not a common occurrence. And now today I was showering after cutting grass, and I was looking at my arm, and my right arm is like all purple. Where they pinch me. I'm like, yes, expected. My left arm also, but just a tiny bit. And my wrist also, but it's like... My right arm got the worst of it, probably, since like she kind of tried moving you around. Desperately trying to get some blood out. But my arm will just not cooperate. So yeah. Don't let if you need a blood test, don't let them pinch your wrist, it hurts. Moral of the story. But I mean, if you have to, you have to. Hello, Suni. I can imagine they might have thought of you anemic at that point. Yeah, and I mean, actually, all my blood tests came okay. I use it marked that I had a high white blood cell count. And I'm like, and I looked it up, and I'm like, I'm not entirely sure if that's good or bad. But I mean, it is what it is. It was marked like, you know, high as in above normal, but like only like near the limit. They have like they sent you like a graphic result, you know. So there's like they have a line, and they have like a normal section where they're like, okay, within there is normal, and they mark you with dots. And mine was borderline on high, like, so like a bit higher than normal. But I'm like, maybe it was because I was going through a panic attack during the blood removal process. I don't know. I guess better than I guess. But yeah, everything else came out normal, so we're good. And that could affect it, yeah. I mean, all the 3 one that I had on borderline, I looked it up, and 2 were like related to blood cell count, and another was like another thing that like helps you fight infections. That was actually low. But I looked it up, and all of them were like, oh, it might be a sign that the body's going through stress. And I'm like, Could it have been affected by just me panicking at the moment? I wonder. That sounds about right. If it ain't with his powers, it's probably fine. Yeah, I'm like, you know, it was like just a tiny, just like touching the line of like within normal, but like above it. So not like it was like super high or anything. Like whatever, it's probably fine. The doctor would have called me and told me something otherwise. So. Because they mark it as borderline, you know, they mark it with little circles in 3 colors. So like green is normal, yellow is borderline, which means like it's by the border of normal. And then red is like, you know, it's like either too low or too high. And I had 3 borderlines. But as I said, they were all related to stress or fighting infections. So I'm like, could it be because I was panicking during it, or maybe it's because I'm still fighting the 20,000 mosquito bites that I got in my arms. from last week. But yeah, everything seems to be fine. I still need to, after my trip, I'll probably save some money and just go to some private clinic to have like just a complete general checkup. You know, because I can't get that with a doctor because it is impossible to see a doctor in this province. So I guess I just save and go to a private clinic at some point. Because it's been a while since I had like any sort of general checkup done. Like I had a medical test for immigration. I had a medical test for immigration like 2-3 years ago. But they don't show it to you, so like I don't know. I passed, so I passed immigration, so I'm like, I assume I'm okay. It's not just your province, I assure you. But when I look, it's funny because I look for clinics in Ottawa or like in Ontario and other places of Ontario, and a lot of them are like, Quebec patients welcome, and I'm like, how normal is it for them to go to other provinces? It was still so funny to me. Like I was looking for appointments on like some Ontario clinics, and they were all like, Quebec patients welcome. Like, well, fuck. Maybe I should just move to Ontario. Like my family doctor at least was responsible enough. I think she retired, but she assigned me and my sister. We were both with the same family doctor. She assigned me to someone else on her family doctor group thingy. Like I got a notice and everything. Like, you know, at least she was responsible enough to do that, because I've heard some stories of doctors that just retire and are like, all right, you're on your own. Good luck. But still, I mean, what is the use of having a family doctor if you can't get an appointment? Some dogs will just retire, no warning, just leave. Yeah, I'm like, at least I am like, okay, I do have a family doctor. Not sure what good it does me, because as I said, it's not like I can see her. Like I try to look for appointments and they're just like, there's no appointments. And I use the government site that you have to use, and they're like, okay, it's funny because it's like, is it an emergency or a semi-emergency? There's no option to be like, oh no, I just want to see my doctor for like a regular checkup. Like there is nothing wrong with me right now. But it's just like urgent, semi-urgent, or follow-up. So I'm like, okay, well, like I guess I was feeling when I was having issues with my neck like a few weeks ago. So I was trying to see my doctor, and I'm like, okay, urgent. And there's no appointments. So like, there's no appointment with your doctor. Do you want us to look with your family doctor group? And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll look. Search. They're like, there's no appointments. There's no urgent appointments with your family doctor group. Do you want to look at other clinics in the area? And I'm like, yeah, sure, look it up. And then it's like, there's no appointment. Like, okay, what about semi-urgent? Same thing. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll die. Are you dying or are you half dead? Well, we don't have appointments. We don't have appointments either way. So take a number and then pay me. Yeah, that's pretty much the health state. It's a good thing like telemedicine is becoming more normal, probably because of that. So I called they have like a non-emergency number that actually contacts you with a nurse, and you tell them your symptoms, and they're like, oh, do this, do that, and like if it doesn't go away in X amount of days, or if it gets worse, or you present any of these symptoms, then go to emergencies. If not, then you're fine. So I called that, and then like it actually helped. Like the nurse advice actually helped. And then my sister she also wanted to see a doctor for something else, and she also used a telemedicine thing that she has through her work. Probably nurses are actually good, but they always sound so tired. I mean, they probably have to deal with a lot of people. Like when I called, they were like, oh, the waiting time is like longer than 45 minutes. So I put the option that makes you, they call you back instead of you having to like wait there. And they called me like 2 or 3 hours later. Oof, yep. Not even in Buenos Aires would treat people like that. Underpaid and understaffed. Yeah, I think I think those two are the main issue here, because I think a lot of Quebec doctors are actually leaving for other provinces. And there's not enough nurses. So they'll actually accept a lot of nurses from overseas. But it's kind of a pain because they have to come here, but they can't just come here and start working, even if they're like certified and everything in their country. They have to like do some courses again and like some tests again, and they have to apply to the nurse group of Quebec or something or other. They actually lower some requirements because like they were running out of nurses, so they lower some requirements to not make it as much of a pain. But yeah, it's still going. So yeah, they're like underpaid, understaffed, and it doesn't help that people in emergency rooms, people that are waiting, tend to not be the nicer. So apparently there is a lot of nurse abuse from like patients. We lower the quality of medical stuff. It's not even that, because my sister actually got certified as an LPN nurse, but then she had to do like apply to something, and she has the certificate, she has the diploma, but then she still had to apply to some things, do some tests, like apply to the, I don't know, like a union of nurses. And she has to pay for that to be able to work. So she was like, yeah, nah, I have my certificate. We just wanted the certificate for immigration, to be honest, so. That you sound like a big oof. It is. Gremios, my beloved. It's one of those things, like, it's good. It's good to have a union. But apparently, sometimes it's like a pain to join them. And I was like, why? Why? Like, this is supposed to be like for the people, Some unions are weird. Mine I was pre-enrolled with when I started the job. Yeah, see, that's how I thought it worked with unions. Like you join somewhere and it's like, oh yeah, there's a union. there's a workers union for this, a workers union for that. But no, for this one, you actually have to apply. And the thing is, like, I think apparently you have to be part of the union to be able to work here. It's not like it's not optional. But you have to apply to the union. Like, I don't know, it was a weird process. I don't know if it was a union or just like a thing, but it's like a thing. I mean, as I said, I don't know if it's like a union per se, but it's something like that. I remember, like, she had to apply to be able to work. And I'm like, interesting. And then they're like, oh no, we have no nurses. I wonder why. It's like how they keep making immigration process harder and harder, and they're like, oh no, we don't have enough immigrants. I wonder why. I think for certain professional unions, for like nurse or whatever, since you could move around, you might need to register directly. And yeah, I mean, it does make some sense, but the thing is, like, is that apparently it's not like easy, you know, it's not like going and registering. It's like an application process, and I'm just like, why? Just let people work. You know, they're certified and everything. At least that's why I understood when my sister was telling me about it. Back in the day. Work is a scam, real. The moral of the story, work is a scam. That's why I always live by what my dad told me. Work to live, do not live to work. Everything is a scam. Can agree with that. Yeah, my dad was also like, yeah, you know, you need work. You know, you need a work that makes you money. So then you can use that money to just live and then invest in your hobbies. If you have anything you want to try, you know, learn things, do whatever you want. You might not like be super excited about your job, but like, you know, as long as it gives you money to do what you like, it's fine. Or like, if you like it, all the better. But if not, you know, it's just life sometimes. As long as you still have time and the means to then enjoy your time out of work. He's so right, yeah. Good night to you, Kanarad. Gotta work to pay for the plastic somehow. Exactly. In my case, I gotta work to pay for the PNG waifus and husbandos and the game consoles. And it's like, I have a gaming PC, but I'm a console girl. I like having game consoles. I like sitting back on my couch and playing on my TV. That's why I don't really get onto the whole thing. I know a lot of people meme on the PlayStation 5 because like there's no games, it has no games. And I'm like, listen, all those PC games, I'm gonna play them on my PS5 and you can't stop me. Or maybe I'll play them on my Xbox, you can't stop me. Could I buy them on PC and run them on my PC? Yes. Will I play them on PC? No. Like, all the PC games I have is because my sister has bought them, because she's more of a PC gamer. So, you know, she looks at the Steam sales and all that. Like the only way you'll get me to play something on PC is if it's not on other consoles, you know, like reverse collapse. But other than that, I'm just a console girl, you know. Like I play on my PS5, I'll play on my Xbox, I'll play on my Switch. Just don't sit me in front of the PC. And you rarely sit in front of the PC. Every now and then, I'd be like, oh, I want to do something. Like sometimes, you know, I want to farm reverse collapse or like maybe farm some gachas while I watch some videos, and that's kind of easier to do on the PC sometimes. So then I'll sit there. The best packs on for $10 on Steam sell for 10 games. Yeah, exactly. I have a lot of PC games, but they're all like Steam games that my sister had bought. Like 90% of my library, of my Steam game library, it's actually my sister's. The other 10% is games that I had bought back in the day when I used to think that, oh, I want to play the I will play this. No, I will not. I will play this and have a better PC. No, I will not. It's just, I don't know. At some point, I grew too comfy. I will play on my laptop more before when I used to live with my parents, you know, because like the consoles were in the living room. Not in my room. But ever since we live alone, I'm just like, console gaming, my beloved. Could I play the Switch optimally in bed under blankets for real? Missing PS5 Pro and going, okay, time to buy a PS5. Yeah, actually, I mean, if anyone wants a PS5, I think now or soon will be the perfect chance with the PS5 Pro coming out. Just buy a regular PS5. Unless you're one of those people that are obsessed with like 4K, 3000 FPS, etc., something. I said I was telling my friends the other day, and I don't remember if I said it on a stream, but I was telling my friends the other day, like, why do I care about that? I play on my TV. I play like 3 meters away from my TV, or 2 meters, probably. Like 2 meters away from my TV. I am not gonna see your 4K bullshit either way. It's like... I heard the Pro is too expensive. Yeah, no, I mean, now that the Pro is coming out, buy a regular one, you know, because the regular one will probably lower in price. The 4K 500 FPS. We double the polygons in this horse butt. Very important. You know, like, I'm all for pretty graphics, you know, but some games can look pretty even without having hyper-realistic graphics. And honestly, I think like hyper-realistic graphics have gotten to a point that now, you know, any better is just barely noticeable until you're like sitting right in front of the monitor. But like for me, playing on my TV, as I said, like very away from my TV, just lying back on my couch, I will not see those details. I do not care. Oh yeah, you could also look up for people, you know, selling their PS5s so they can get some money to buy a PS5 Pro, because there's some insane people out there that just really want to have the latest console, even if it's barely any better. Like, I was actually excited for the PS5 Pro. I was like, oh, you know, I wonder what it'll have, you know, how the design will be, if it'll be, you know, what upgrades will it have compared to the regular one. Maybe actually sell mine and try to get one. But then it was like, a stronger GPU. And like that was it. I'm like, okay, bye. I'm just keeping my normal one, thank you. But the only game I want a PS5 for is Astrobot, but you can also play Celeste on your PS5. But yeah, if you're interested in a PS5, you know, might be a good time to get a regular one, not a pro one. I wonder what the next Xbox will be. Also, the design is still they kept pretty much the same design, no? Now that I think about it, let me look at it. PS5 Pro. Yeah, it's pretty much the same ugly ass design that it has. Why is the PS5 so ugly? It's one of the side bias you should fail it truly. I'm like, I mean, it's not so bad. It doesn't look like a console. And like, you know, I have it. I don't use it as I don't have a stand for it because it doesn't fucking come with a stand. You have to buy that separately for some fucking reason. So I use it horizontal, and it looks so weird. Because I have the disc version, and it looks so fucking weird on its side. And I'm just like, every time I look at it, I'm like, I love PS5, but like, who the fuck designed this? At least the Xbox Series X is just kind of a square, you know? Like, we all make fun of the mini fridge thingy, but, you know, at least it's just kind of a square. It fits in many places. What's with the PS5 and its weird ass, curved ass wing design shit? How am I supposed to fit that on my TV thingies? Yeah, it's just a stretch cube, you know. And it actually, I had the Starfield wrap, and it looks pretty neat. Starfield is a completely mid game, but like the aesthetic, it's on point. Just a stretch cube, which, as we all know, is the perfect console shape. Not cool trash talk in the PS5 Pro. I will. Also, I don't like that they're getting rid of discs. Like, I mean, they've been doing it since the PS5. Like, the PS5 had two versions, the disc and discless one. And now the Pro, it straight up doesn't have a disc. You need to buy the disc thing separately. And I'm just like, just let me have my discs, man. I love discs. Or like, you know, any kind of cartridge thing. Like, you know, Sony, if you want to go back to your OMD shit that you had for the beta, like do it. I'll happily buy it. Just give me something physical. I did like though they released they're gonna release the classic look one. I was really hoping they will have it as plates that you could just buy for your console, but no, they just sell the whole ass console. But I might try to get the controller. It looks pretty nice. The one that has the PlayStation 1 look. But anyway, it's been enough yapping for now. I know you all love my yapping. Otherwise you wouldn't be here. It is time to move on to my boy. Enough trash talking my consoles. I will keep buying consoles, but I'm like, why? My yap time has been quenched, so that we can all get off the yapping. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, like the Switch Pro, I bought it. I actually got a Switch Pro. Is it called the Switch Pro? I don't even remember. But, you know, when they got the better version of the Switch, I actually bought it because it was like, you know, better screen, like slightly bigger, more battery life. You know, it's like noticeable upgrades. OLED, yeah, the OLED. Yeah, that was the main thing, the OLED. So yeah, like, I actually bought it. But like, just being like, oh, we put a new GPU on it and now it comes with more storage. I'm like, no, I'd rather buy the extra storage. Thank you. I'd rather just buy the extra storage for my PS5. Thank you very much. It will be cheaper also. Are we ready for Penumbra? Are we? I've been looking at him. I have his menu, his game, the event screen open, and I've been just looking at him, looking all edgy on top of buildings. I love him so much. Let's go! Oh yeah, no screen because I was setting up last minute, so I forgot to fix that. But you should be able to see soon, any moment now. There we go. I am in pain because I really want to roll for him. But like Dark Star Hubble is around the corner. But just roll on both. Just roll good. I'm just reading the numbers again because I don't even remember the numbers in our cloud. All this time I've just been rolling blindly. The guaranteed 3-star is saved in between banners, right? These things don't save, but this one I think they do, right? I believe so. Yeah, they're shared. Okay.
教授さんが欲しがっているものでリコに用意できないものなどのわ
Where is the thing that you buy with Oh, here with the points. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm reading the rolling rules. I really want him. Yeah, let's do the event first, and we'll decide. We'll decide how much I want him after we read the event. But yeah, look at him! He's so cool. He looks so cool. He looks so cool. So yeah, let's go. Seeking the Heart. Netherblade Gleam. So let's get my voices buttons ready to go. We put some last look at Discord to make sure nothing from my sister, nothing important from my people. Nope. Nope. Okay. Good. As Senator Armstrong said, nice knife. Alright, let's go. Part 1. Searching the Night. A heart beats in the darkness, and inscribed upon it is sincerity. Oasis, Obstrom.
Is the professor in? I've got good news. The operation was successful, and you...
He's so edgy. Bonnie escapes and bounds into the upstream, her enthusiastic words stifled by a pair of red eyes in the corner. A dark silhouette emerges from the shadows, their blade gleaming with a frigid light. I recently clicked and cut myself on something.
Hi. Where's the professor?
Name and occupation.
I'm Bonnie. Save me, Professor.
What's the matter? I arise from my office desk in a hurry. At the sight of Bonnie cowering by the door and Penumbra lurking in the corner, it all becomes clear to me. It's alright, Bonnie. Penumbra here is my bodyguard? Yeah, let's go with that. He won't hurt you. High-powered weapon detected in your possession. Please immediately disengage it. Otherwise, I must classify you as a threat to the professor and proceed with necessary measures.
Huh? Necessary measures as in...
Penumbra, Bonnie is a friend of everyone here at the Oasis. She won't... Country case, Count Hoyner was deceived by a doll disguised as a young girl and died when a rifle disguised as an umbrella was fired at him.
I never wanted to threaten the professor.
Disengage your weapons immediately, or...
Scary! Professor's place is scary.
Bonnie scuttles out of the upstream, her drill in her arms. Watching as her figure departs into the distance, I sigh, taking out my terminal. Looks like I have to ask Angela to console Bonnie again. That's the third one this month. If this continues, the upstream will turn into some sort of urban legend even scarier than haunted houses. The mighty are often alone. You are of sufficient power and mentally robust to match. I trust that you are able to enjoy this exclusive sort of loneliness, Professor. Then I would rather give up that strength and get along with everyone at the Oasis. Professor, do you not wish for me to protect you? Penumbra lowers his head, and his curled hair almost appears to droop downwards. That's not what I meant. It's just that the Oasis is pretty safe now, and I have no need for such rigorous protection right now. If you stay with me the entire day, all you'll get to see is me doing dull repetitive work. You told was returning the dolls in Project Neurocloud to reality. That is not dull work. Even if you stay in my vicinity 24/7, I won't pay you for any overtime. You can even charge me for what I do, Professor. Protecting you and removing possible threats is my job. Penumbra, your job isn't all there is in life. Yeah, we were just talking about this. Don't focus on me constantly. Go look at the sunset, listen to some music you like. Doesn't that sound better? Let your stifled emotions out with the music. Feel the free spirit of nature. Go touch some grass. Instead of guarding me, I would rather have you find your own happiness and reason to exist. Reason to exist? Save for removing threats, I have no reason to exist. His voice lowers. Oh no, he's one of those characters. Oh no, I love him. No! Foolish Penumbra, Professor Kuruko labors towards affording skins and gacha pools. Shh, he doesn't need to know. You fish me out of the dregs. You shall know that Penumbra is a simpleton who knows nothing other than assassination techniques, and will inevitably fail at anything else. The only task I can perform well is protecting you from whatever may harm you. Other than that, there is nothing I can do to repay you. Bringing back the members of Project Neurocloud is nothing short of my duty. This is where you belong. For you to be happy is the greatest repayment I could ever ask for. Professor. How about that alternative work then? Pays better. Who's this? Professor, you sound like the telecommunications scammers of the early 21st century. Oh no. Persicaria, what are you here for? Some days ago at the concert, that magnesium lamp fell on your arm. As Penumbra averts his head in shame, Persicaria refrains from continuing her recount. Bonnie wanted me to tell you that the imaging indicates your original fracture has already completely healed. Ah, that's what it was. She ran out crying, and I forgot to ask her what business she had entirely. I imagine Penumbra scared her. First meeting and all. So, about the job search for him I asked of you a few days ago. I'm not optimistic. We made him help Santaresi with odd jobs. Penumbra, yes? How much do you know about food preparation? I rarely touch kitchen tools. I should be capable of basic tasks though. I see. The frosted pizza base is for me. Nothing complicated, just put it in the microwave and set the timer. Santaresi hands the bases over to Penumbra, leaving to purchase other ingredients. Penumbra follows instructions, placing them on a metal plate and inserting it into the microwave. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Could it be the timer? Let's go for an hour first. There we go. That should do it. Santaresi is not back yet. Let's see if there's anything else I can help with. A few moments later, a great explosion comes forth from the kitchen, thick smoke pouring from the windows. What happened? Returning from her shopping, Santaresi gapes in disbelief at what lies in front of her as she drops the baguette in her hands. Penumbra's own instincts as an assassin directs him to leave the scene at the first sign of danger. He appears behind Santaresi, ready to explain how things came to be. Oh, look at his blushy face, poor guy.
My most sincere apologies. Metal objects are not meant to be placed in the microwave, and the selected heating time was not adequate, resulting in an explosion. You may deduct the necessary repair fees from my pay. Please keep your distance from that area. An explosion may be imminent.
He cooks like my sister now.
The fault lies with me as well. I never considered that you had never used a microwave before. As he finishes, a series of explosions emerge from the already roiling kitchen. As Penumbra said, this disaster is continuing to unfold.
Restoration of the kitchen expended approximately 100,000 DGC.
Well, it can be avoided. First time in the kitchen. Fails on assassin, yes. My long lost bro, what do you mean? I know how to use a microwave, unlike other VTubers. I know there are certain things you don't put in a microwave. Wait, who? I don't remember now. It was one of the face girls, I think. I was going to ask if it was Iruka. I do not remember exactly if it was Iruka. It might have been her. But I think it was... I think it was one of the other ones. I might have seen it from Iris' tweet, like replying to someone, being like, "Do not do that." It was Remy? Oh yeah, I think it was Remy. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, I think it was Remy. That Ari said something about how she had to tell her not to put like metal stuff in the microwave. Do you have Springfield Neurocloud yet? No. Unfortunately. How is she alive? How is Remy alive? All I've seen from Remy, I'm just like constantly wondering how is she alive. I bought bakery gear like a few months ago, but dusted it now. Quite a lengthy gameplay. Oh yeah, it's long. I'm still going through it. It's so good though. It could be any of them. What I remember for Ruka is that she didn't know that you do not freeze water on a glass bottle. No, apparently nobody told her that water expands when it freezes. Or the other way around. I honestly don't remember the exact process of what happens, because, you know, I know you don't do it. I just know you don't do it, so I've never done it. Water expands when it freezes? Okay, so I remember correctly. I remember my chemistry, my physics correctly. That's why you don't freeze water in breakable containers. Also, you know, like don't pour like ice cold water on like hot glass or like hot things. I think most drinking stuff nowadays it's made to withstand those regular temperatures. But yeah, I'm always surprised at the microwave thing. Like the other day, actually at work, I saw one of my coworkers telling off another coworker because he was like, I can't remember if it was like tin foil or a fork that he put in the microwave along with his food. And like, this is grown-ass adult people. Like my guy has a child. And then this other guy was like, what are you doing? Don't put that on the microwave. Have you been doing this all these years? They were like, damn, you've been lucky that your microwave hasn't caught on fire. He doesn't like cold utensils. You just go to a sitting and forget the fork is there. But why is your fork in there to begin with? Like if you're putting something in the microwave, it's because it was on the fridge. I assume, you know, and then you put it on a plate. So like, why is your fork in there? Anyway, let's keep going. Gotta fluff the cold food for even heating and stuff. Percy was waiting for her life for letting Penumbra touch the kitchen. Yeah, I'm like, my boy does not belong in the kitchen.
Considering the dangers associated with the kitchen, we arranged for Penumbra to work as security at a concert of Naracas in Burbank.
How did that go? Oh no, did he clock a fan or something? He probably did, didn't he?
Nanaka! This is me. I love her. Miss Nanaka, please accept my love! Before the fan was finished speaking, the flowers they tossed toward the stage meet an invisible barrier. A cold flash passes, and those flowers are clipped in twain, scattering across the stage. Huh? The hell? Look like something blocked the flowers. Is this the empty field they speak of? Relax. So long as I am here, no harmful gadgets shall touch my mark. Mr. Penumbra, you can relax a little. The fastest flowers onto the stage as a display of support. I think not. Projectiles hidden in a bouquet, poison needles in a doll's hair, handheld fireworks filled with diethyl ether, so on and so forth. To avert these dangers, precise protection is necessary. At this moment, a fan rushes into the stage, passing a basket of flowers to Nanaka. Miss Nanaka, you are spectacular today! A performance worthy of the scripture perfect! Something's off. These flowers came from the bottom of my heart. I hope you... The yellow bouquet is pummeled into the air, the roses pouring across the floor in all their enviable beauty. Clang. A spherical lump of lead covered in copper needles flies forth from the bouquet, crashing into the light ring above and falling to the ground. Such exotic weaponry. What are your intentions? What weaponry? Penumbra seizes the fan by the collar, lifting them into the air as his victim is helpless to do anything but shake their head. The crowd beneath the stage recoils, and the concert comes to a close at this turn of events.
Investigation revealed that the basket was too large, and the fan had simply borrowed the object, which is a tool for arranging flowers. They weren't a dangerous individual at all.
He's so cute now. He's a fail boy. Well, that's understandable. It looked at least a little dangerous.
Thankfully, you were there to settle matters. And with our good relations, the Oasis didn't pay much in the way of reparations. And your injury due to the damaged rigging has not fully healed, so we can move past that as well. But Nanaka's scheduling was impacted, and the incident of being belligerent towards a fan took a lot of money and effort to settle. At the end of the ordeal, the Oasis expended a total of about 500,000 DGC. Professor! Where'd the light in your eyes go? Are you tired from work?
It feels like the DGC's grown wings and decided to fly out of my pocket. Am I hallucinating?
I can understand the cause and effect here, but there are no organizations or individuals willing to hire Penumbra currently.
You look at the doll behind you. Penumbra, previously quiet, fall into a deeper silence.
Let's change the topic. There is another matter I wanted to discuss with you. The administrator of Helios has sent a request for those who can assist in post-warfare rebuilding. They are currently recruiting those to head to the sector. Uranus sent me a request to go. But your circumstances are unique. It's best to ask him yourself. He's been waiting outside for some time. Let's hear it from him.
Persikaya sends a message, and Uranus soon makes himself known via the upstream door. An all-model doll wearing garish colors walks in, his magnetic voice ringing.
Hello, Commander. My sincerest greetings to you.
Oh no, look at the smiley face!
Persicaria should have told you of my request. Due to the entropic assault, Helios infrastructure is in ruins, and they are in trying times indeed as they undertake rebuilding operations. Helios is an experimental sector of Sparrow Heavy Industries. I, Uranus, am of Sparrow Beard, and am familiar with their construction methods and schemes. I wish to aid them in their efforts, Commander.
Aside from that, there's also the matter of swapping out the memory store.
Such matters are inconsequential in comparison to assisting Helios. If it can be located, I will be overjoyed, but I will have no regrets if the opposite is true.
A memory store? Units within neuron models responsible for storing memories? I recall that your neurocloud is an assemblage of seedal neuroclouds. Are those models malfunctioning?
They only cause minor detriments, Commander.
What do you mean, minor detriments? Let me explain. Uranus' current relatively simple civilian neurocloud can somewhat keep up with everyone, but the resources it demands in operation put intense stress on his neural models. If we leave it as is, Uranus' body may cease to function properly soon.
The lazy had advised me to exchange my memory store for Sparrow Heavy Industries MR1207 to increase neural processing upper limit and reduce the impact of high-frequency computation on my neural cloud. I will find time to exchange my memory store in the process of assisting Helios. I will ask you not to worry.
So that's what it was.
I'm all over it a little, looking at Penumbra, still silent.
Penumbra, you interested?
You mean assisting Helios in rebuilding?
Yes, as well as finding a suitable replacement part for Uranus.
Penumbra has a wealth of combat experience, and also comes from Sparrow. If he could accompany Uranus, that would be a most perfect arrangement. If those are the Professor's orders, I will make every effort.
This isn't an order.
Not an order?
Correct. Please see it as a part of the progress to finding your meaning in existence. I hope that you can find your very own future in Helios.
I understand. Of course, your safety is above all else. If any circumstances arise, contact the ACs immediately. That is an order.
Order received. Thank you, Commander.
The smiley face always gets me.
Penumbra nods somewhat awkwardly, following Uranus. Before he had even taken a dozen steps, he seems to remember something, turning around. Professor. Yes? Anything else you would like? Maybe some backing from the ACs, or... Before I returned, I will urge you to be cautious of everyone around you. Do not drink any coffee given to you by strangers.
Persicaria will remember that.
The Sanctifiers may be your allies, but we cannot guarantee that their intentions are pure. Be especially aware of that Sanctifier close to you. I pray that you keep yourself safe before I, Penumbra, returns. Contact me the moment you feel threatened. It's getting late. You two ought to rest and prepare. Shall I prepare one last meal for you before I leave? That won't be necessary.
Oh no, I love him. Oh no, I love him. The dorkiest dork. So let's go. Stage 1. Lone Blade. It slices through the endless night until it comes to a halt, its edge shining. Look at all these edgy quotes. Don't involve Eos on this, you brat. He wouldn't understand. He wouldn't get it. Oh, okay. The Omega-7 research team that was responsible for developing optical camouflage put together a doll for temporary use as a test platform. Said doll was assigned the interim codename of Obstec. Obstec was not an actual product model, and even its body was bashed together from assorted parts. After taking part in the Project Neurocloud screening examinations, the researchers found that part of its structure resembled the famous assassin-type doll Gowl. Oh, so... Oh crap, I forgot his name. Simo. When that part of its structure resembled the famous assassin-type doll Gowl. In addition, its systems will automatically delete all mission-related data upon completing an assignment. The object did not retain many memories of the past. This kid is Mr. Dr. Nice McEdgelord, truly. And I love him for it. Alright, do your thing. Look at him. What a nerd. So he teleports, I like that. According to reliable sources, the OPSEC largely adhered to its function of serving as a field trial testbed for optical camouflage, while also deviating significantly from it. The OPSEC was, for the most part, the secret brainchild of the Omega-7 test group, being that its funding and parts origin were all not recorded in Sparrow Heavy Industries' internal databases. A year after its creation, the OPSEC was sent to many locations around the globe in the name of field trials, where it will collect empirical data as a mercenary. What did they mean by this? What is a mercenary cum assassin? Yes. A what? What did they mean by this?
The obsec was a veteran warrior and a skilled killer.
Listen, look, I am listening, I am looking, I still do not understand. I think they're using come in the classic sense, like he becomes. So like mercenary turned assassin. Then why didn't they just wrote it like that? I know what you did there, localization team. I know what you were thinking.
The obsec was a veteran warrior and a skilled killer.
I see you, Mika localization team. There is no way they didn't know what they were doing.
We managed to contact a close friend. Of Colonel Hassan, who is currently missing, and obtain a great deal of information about the obsec unit, aka Penumbra. Colonel Hassan was a very military-minded man, and he considered the obsec to be his trump card. Just about all the assassinations in the country originated from him, and they were carried out by the assassin team containing Penumbra. Meanwhile, Omega 7 considered the Colonel to be a collaborative partner and promised to deliver a smart force consisting of many drone units and advanced dolls. These advanced combat dolls used the obsec as a blueprint. Colonel Hassan was Penumbra's previous employer. English is hard and a scam? True. Yo, look at that ultimate. Here's something interesting. There are actual records of the obsec encountering the famous Gaul during an op. Both of them made contact when assigned to eliminate the same target and engage each other after completing their mission. However, I don't know who won that encounter. In all likelihood, they will be the only ones. Ah, that's right, their mission log should have been deleted long ago. Were obsecs and Gaul enemies? Or were they close rivals? No, I wanna see him interacting with Simo.
Really, it's not that hard.
It is on some ways, on some others it really isn't. It just it gets hard in the sense that it doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes.
You both had the same job. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're like, I am the superior assassin.
Hassan did not trust anyone, and even though Penumbra was just a killer robot carrying out missions, he sensed a threat to himself there. When not on missions, Penumbra was pretty much under house arrest. This only ended when Hassan fell. Interestingly enough, the fact that he spent all his time in confinement when not on missions left Penumbra ignorant of everything else, as could be seen by how hard it was to get him to warm up a pizza pie using a microwave. Long periods of isolation from normal life left obsec unable to function normally in society. If he has some of Simo parts though, that also explains why he's such a pretty boy. Why are all the assassins in Mika team stuff pretty boys?
Not complaining, but like, you know, interesting. In Human, there are times where we kill people for you. Sometimes you can assist them even. Oh yeah, I love how many ways there are to kill people in Hitman. To kill your target. I think I found why they use come. Come is the Latin word for with, and is usually used to join two nouns, showing that something serves two purposes. That is a lot of research just so they could legally put come in there. Hello, Callius. I sort of respect that, not gonna lie. Obstac. Penumbra was sent to hunt down a former confidant of Colonel Hassan's who betrayed him. The target hired an armed group called Janus to protect himself, and the leader of the group, Yuma Kozlov, was Gaul's target. Video timestamp. 00, I guess midnight. 24 minutes. An Mi-35 helicopter belonging to Janus and carrying the fleeing Kozlov was shot down by Gaul with a large caliber sniper rifle. Video timestamp. 1 AM, 1 minute. Obstac swiftly eliminated all human troopers and Cyclops dolls in the underground parking lot, then took out the objective hiding within his vehicle. Video timestamp. 3 AM, 25 minutes. After escaping encirclement, a wounded Gaul fled through the parking lot and encountered Obstac, whereupon the two engaged in battle. Neither party was willing to yield. Video ends. I don't know who won, but since they're both alive, perhaps we will learn the answer someday. Finally got back to drawing again. Let's go! What are you drawing? Just buy all the functions. Excellent. Eternal Return in bunny suit. Good. I've seen some Eternal Return characters. Some of them have great designs. Not gonna lie. I haven't seen anything from the game that would call to me, but some of the character designs I've seen are actually pretty great. Because their latest Battle Pass skin is bonus suit. Oh. Honestly, this is the first time I've seen someone who couldn't even use a vending machine or an oven. It feels like he's completely detached from modern society. And then, working part-time at the 24-hour convenience store Oasis Mart on Penumbra. After coming to the Oasis, the place that Penumbra visited most was the Oasis Mart 24-hour convenience store that had been recently built in the Oasis. According to him, you can find everything in the world here without any difficulty, even dispensing with the need to cook himself or interact with others in the cafeteria. However, he always ran into problems when heating up food with the microwave or using the self-service printer to print things. Even though he can barely survive unaided, Penumbra is doing quite well in the Oasis. Poor boy. I like the game. It feels like LOL plus PUBG. Ah, okay. I don't play LOL and PUBG though. I mean, if you have both in one game, why play the other two? Whenever Penumbra enters or leaves the dorm blocks, he usually does so by climbing up and down the walls. He has also been spotted walking along power lines, streetlights, and rooftops, which has resulted in several dozen reports to security.
However, since he didn't end up causing any damage or disturbances, such strange incidents gradually became the norm in the Oasis. Oh no, I love him. Oh no, I love him. It'll take some time to get him used to a normal life, and he'll need to be guided at appropriate moments. Product code upstick, body code redacted, product serial number redacted, product activation date 2054 February 27. Product name Penumbra. Neural activation percent question mark. Neural cloud has been encrypted and a combination is not supported. Uptick, call name Penumbra. Verification complete. Enter project neural cloud. Welcome to the Oasis, Penumbra. May you find the feature that belongs to you. That's it. I love him. That's all I need to know. I have 20 pulls and a dream. Wait, actually, let me... The supplies! How do I get these things? Or rerun events? So close. Oh wait, I forgot. Is this still here? 2 days, 9 hours. So I need to remember to buy this. I need to get more quartz. Okay, let's go. 20 pulls and a dream. I should not be pulling, but I love him. I'm weak. I'm weak to fail boys. Fail boys and failures are my absolute weakness. But Dark Star Hubble is coming. Yes, I know. That's why I shouldn't be pulling. Okay, no, I don't want to use my quartz because I want to buy the summer skin for Kluki. So okay, that was it. My 20 pulls and a dream. Maybe I'll get enough for another 10 pull. One of us. Looks like we're face pants here, truly. Dream shattered. There's still a few days left of his banner though, so. Will I wail? I don't know. I mean, if I end up wailing, I'll probably wail for Dark Star Hubble. Because she's likely more worth the money. But whenever he comes back again, we shall keep trying. Alright, stage 2. Distant memories. Long stretches of blank memories. A brief instant of new growth and life. Ooh, warrior team. Interesting. Can I use my Nasira instant instead though? No? Alright. My Nasira is better though. But sure. Be that way.
Let's go full warrior. Go Betty. And have the background. Have the background snipers.
Helios Sector, Outer Perimeter. On the way towards the sector, Uranus brings the pale ale he has on his person up to his olfactory sensors close to his face. What was the music? The rich aroma immediately excites him. His walk guys, that's where the music is coming from. His walk guys volume grows louder and louder. Its tunes audible even through the earphones. Penumbra furrows his brow somewhat. The minor change in behavior draws Uranus' attention, and he soon inquires in his magnetic voice after removing his earphones.
Unhappy response detected. Furrowed brows. Did my music disturb you, sir?
God, I love Uranus. Very detected, yeah!
No, I merely do not understand the meaning of listening to such things.
Analyzing colloquial connotation of meaning. Keywords acquired. Cause, purpose, value. Do you ask of the music and this ale?
He's so colorful, I love him.
Yes, and as far as I know, aren't you missing gustatory sensors?
Correct. I, Uranus, am an early model military doll, and I lack complex sense models. I can only feel the aroma of liquor through a transducer, and interpret the sound of music through vibrations.
Does this fragmented information bring you happiness?
As you would expect, a transducer can only give me a limited experience. But in leisurely day-to-day life, to feel sensations different than the howls and screams of war and its suffocating smoke is relaxing to my narrow cloud, in a way. Care to taste a little chocolate pale ale?
Uranus gestures with the bottle in his hand.
I, Uranus, enjoy raspberry cream the most. However, chocolate has its own unique aroma. They say its texture is very... Querying lexicon. Smooth. Yes, they will describe chocolate as smooth. Your sensors are different to mine, and you may glean that which makes people happy. So, care for a taste?
Oh no, I also love him. We need more robot characters, truly.
No need. Do you think solely weaken the mind? I shall have none of it.
They made a military robot with bad hearing. Holy shit, his hearing loss is not service related. More than bad hearing, I think it's more of a thing that he gets nothing from the sound of music itself, but likes the vibrations of it. Because he does talk about the screams of war afterwards, so... So I guess it's more of a thing of like, he doesn't really get like the rhythm or that kind of thing, but like he can feel that through the vibrations.
With one eye closed, he pushes the bottle in Uranus' hand away. He is different from the doll next to him. He has a complete set of sense systems. Be it music or drinks, neither have a spot within his life. I'd rather complete this assignment quickly and return to the professor's side. They could be in danger at any moment.
The commander is mightier than you imagine. Please do not worry. Those at the Oasis will take good care of them, too.
I will hope so. I can only know for sure that my heart is loyal to the professor. I cannot know if others share that sentiment. An assassin must be aware of all factors. Only then is success guaranteed. After all, to me, the professor is the most important.
Inside Elios. I forgot about the big ass floating thing they have in the sky in Elios. The interiors of the sector do not appear much different from a war zone in the real world. Countless buildings are reduced to rubble, and silence marks its domain between the sky and earth.
It's the link, guys!
In a stark opposition to the seasonal atmosphere, a group of small robots proceed with their work of carrying supplies.
We'll be done with this transit assignment soon enough. Let's go have chocolates together afterward. That's our reward. Yay! Yay!
The Dark Patrol real.
Penumbra observes the ecstatic robots from afar, hesitant in the moment.
Are those new friends over there? The black doll looks dangerous. Eek. Really, really dangerous.
Hey, robots. We're from the Oasis, here to assist in rebuilding. Do you know who the person responsible here is?
Eek. He's asking us something. So scary.
Everyone, have you seen these two sector leaders?
Uranus puts up a projection of the dolls meant to receive them. At the sight of these, the robots become energized.
It's Choco! And Sion! We're from here, yes. We can take you there. Together! Because we are done with our new assignment.
They're so cute.
The robots form an orderly line, leading the way for Penumbra and Uranus, humming a happy tune.
Does simply completing your work create such joy?
Of course! Once the work is done, we can have chocolates. Chocolate is great, the best.
The Helios sector's automatons are of rather primitive models, and have exceedingly simple narrow clouds that lead them to reward or punish themselves using results as pointers for behavior. After their system determines that their tasks have been completed, they reward themselves. Chocolates appear to be the most popular type of reward. Uranus recommends the Robopop chocolates of this sector.
You haven't had them.
These confectionaries are ranked within the top 10 eats of the cloud. I have not tasted them, but I trust in everyone's collective choices.
Why are all the robots so great?
They're delicious, they are. The best rewards, heavily recommended.
Have you had any such experiences, Penumbra? Rewarding yourselves, perhaps with a cup of ale, for example.
I have no need for such things. Even if I have no methods to reward myself, I will complete my given assignment. Besides, an assassin's work is always adjacent to ending someone's life. If it were not for our orders, we will not slaughter of our own accord. Doing my job often means that life leaves this world. I don't think that is anything deserving of satisfaction.
We have both experienced war. I feel much the same. According to the records loaded by my maintenance technician, Uranus in the past adhered to discipline like you, and had no desires other than battle.
Uranus places a hand on his core, feeling its warm pulse.
After integrating new neural models, my world suddenly opened up. Other than the cruelty of bloodshed, there are countless wonders in this world waiting to be discovered.
Such as beer and music.
Yes, like beer and music.
Penumbra shuts his eyes, sighing. The doll in front of him holds such bizarre optimism and enjoyment of life. Such is their fundamental difference.
Perhaps I am lucky. I am this way in the real world, and the commander allows me this way of life in the Oasis as well. The commander would rather not shackle each and every doll with orders. Truly, a remarkable figure.
The professor.
Don't focus on me constantly. Go look at the sunset. Listen to some music you like. Doesn't that sound better? Let your stifled emotions out with the music. Feel the free spirit of nature. Instead of guarding me, I would rather have you find your own happiness and reason to exist.
The professor has always been someone worthy of respect. But
Penumbra remembers his past failures. The explosions in the kitchen. The interruption of the concert. Not only causing losses for the Oasis, but also injuring the professor.
without my Call of Duty, what can I do?
Oh no, he's a Call of Duty fan.
Let me look at the audio. I think I can up the audio of the game a little bit. Okay. We Gucci. Function library. According to the Oasis safety regulations, climbing, jumping over fences, wall running, walking on ceilings and so on are strictly forbidden. Simon encounters Penumbra skulking around on the roof of the HQ building at night, in grave violation of all these rules. He decides to... Sorry, but please come with me. Bring him back for crash content. Begin a pattern of things closing function, blah blah blah. Okay, let's go. We can do it. We can do this. Function library. Why I keep getting only medic things? The head med is beginning her lessons. What should Penumbra do in order to become a suitable bodyguard for the professor? Take care of the professor's food, drink, and lodgings. Mental safety at all times. Coins or threat upgraded, overloaded? Coins. Give me the coins. I have no idea what just happened.
あなたに褒めてもらえればそれでいい。
イージスの盾起動。
くだらないな。
Upgrade. What do we upgrade? This. Let's go. Oh no, it's jellyfish.
無根の襲名が喉を切り裂く。
これでご主人は安全だにゃ。
Before they proceed much further into the sector, the robots spot two familiar silhouettes.
They're over there. Choco Sion. Look there. There.
Eh? Is it help from the Oasis?
The robot's hollering soon alerts them, and they notice the two guests from the Oasis. Following the source of the sound, Penumbra spots the other pair of dolls carrying rescue equipment. Uranus pokes his head out from behind him, greeting them in a very natural manner.
Well met, Miss Seon, Miss Choco.
Ah, it's Uranus and
Penumbra.
We help Uranus and Penumbra find Seon and Choco. They're big chocolates, right? Surely.
The robots give Choco their full attention, eyes glittering. Choco rummages through a pocket, distributing a small handful of chocolates.
make sure to do your work properly once you're done eating.
Yay!
The little fellas happily rush toward the location of their next assignment with their chocolates. What strange robots.
You get used to it. They're actually the maintenance experts here, and they work with incredible efficiency. Right, the professor sent you to help here, right? Choco's chocolaterie here in Helios is gone. Finally, there's someone to help.
What's the overall status of the sector?
Residential entropization, 45%. Industrial district, 55%. Control center, 20%. Repair successful. Most important, reactor 1, 3 days not functioning. Reactor's one purpose, sector energy supply. Unrepaired, dangerous. The little robots say that the reactor's controls have been entropized. To stop the expansion of entropization, they had to cut off the reactor entirely. The energy produced by the reactors is no longer enough to maintain arch peer. If the repairs aren't completed in time and the arch peer goes out, the whole sector will be in trouble. Replace entropized parts. Cannot function normally. Reactor interior. Incident.
What about the data display in the control center?
Control center. Attempted connection. Displayed failure. Reactor data inaccessible. Warrior. Reactor accumulating. Recurrence data critical mass. Internal pressure causing explosion. Explosion? If that happens, we're going to end up in the reset cycle. Not again!
We cannot parse the problem. We cannot come up with a plan. We must find the root of the problem.
If we can't detect the problem from the outside, why not look inside? Connect our own neural clouds and use ourselves as an endoscopes for the reactor systems.
No. Interior situation unclear. Neural connection will follow the rest of reactor data and recur. Will soon surpass neural load limit, and then neural failure follows.
That is an unnecessary concern. A military dose neural load limit is greater. A simple neural recurrence will not have a significant impact.
No, you can't! Choco tried before, but... Choco, wake up. Choco can't make tasty chocolates, no matter how many times she tries. Choco's head hurts. After you're connected, all your unpleasant memories got repeated countless times. Soon helped Choco cut the connection quickly. But those memories still encircle me like dark clouds. Choco never wants to experience that again, and will never want anyone she knows to be subject to that either.
But this is the only solution we have. If the connection is only maintained in a certain time window, the neural pressure should be somewhat reduced. We'll need someone in the control center monitoring the reactor's connection status in real time. The moment the reactor responds to the connection, we cut it.
Miss Zion, you are most familiar with the control center. We shall leave the real-time monitoring to you.
But everyone...
This is the reason we came to the sector, to solve Helios problems with our own abilities.
If this is how it is, Choco will also...
Miss Choco.
Sion, please focus on your monitoring. If it's something that hurts, Choco wants to help everyone else endure it, so everyone will suffer a bit less.
Seeing the shared resolve of the others, Sion eventually nods and agrees. With Sion's guidance, the three make their way to Reactor 1. After explaining things of note in operation, Sion swiftly makes haste for the control center to assist in the procedure. Uranus peruses the reactor's access circuits, and a hint of disappointment appears in his voice.
The situation is even worse than expected. The access points are partially entropized. Only one access point remains usable. It is largely impossible for three individuals to connect at the same time. We need one doll to complete a large amount of system checks within a short time window.
Choco has experience from last time and understands more about the system than Uranus and Penumbra. Choco will find the reactor's problem right away.
Do not push your limits. Neural capacity and construction are more reliable than prior experience here.
Leave it to me.
I'll handle it. Before we left, the professor told me of your situation. A simple neural model and archaic sensory systems. One of the reasons we are here is to find appropriate replacements for you. If you were to really turn into a piece of scrap, I will not be able to fulfill my duty to the professor. Spouting stinging words, Penumbra walks towards the reactor's inlet. To disappoint the professor is the single greatest humiliation. Penumbra takes the cord in his hand, plugging it into his core without a moment of hesitation.
褒美などいりません。
He's such
あ
a
なたに褒め
dork.
てもらえればそれでいい。
An edgy dork.
くだらないな。
Function library. What do you have for me? Trading area. Yes, give me stuff for warriors. Okay, we good.
The reactor's data pounds away at the mind, and Penumbra's consciousness gradually scatters. For Penumbra, opting to conduct the checks himself is no act of braggadocio.
I assume that meant like someone that like brags a lot, like just bragging. Actually, we have the internet. Braggadocio meaning empty boasting, arrogant pretension, cockiness, the air of swaggering braggadocio that all important men are expected to show in fighting. I see. So yeah, pretty much what I said.
He has few memories to speak of at all. What little there is to be cycled are only bits and pieces relevant to assassination techniques. In this moment, Penumbra is grateful for the missing hole that is his past. He was attested for optical camouflage, ordered to carry out assassinations of the highest degree of secrecy. That meant his memories were wiped after each mission was completed. He had completed his mission this time too, no? Why would he have no memories otherwise? Why did he appear in the null area? Why were his neural models damaged? Why, then, did he lie underneath those ruins, taking in his last few gaps of air? I will die. Humanity calls their end death. I've heard it countless times from the mouth of others, but this will be the first time I feel it for myself. As consciousness dissolves and sight dims, the core weakly trembles. Want to reminisce of some. Why must my last sight be a null area? How dull. The horrid yet thin sound of footsteps rings out. Enemies? Or... Dull signal detected. Professor, over there. His status is currently uncertain, and there may be danger. Please keep some distance. Don't worry, that won't be necessary. His eyes aren't completely dim yet. The core can still be saved with a timely operant injection. Can you hear me? Professor, his neural clouds all frost. Please be careful. Can you hear me? I'm Project Neural Clouds Professor Kuruko, here to fetch you. Because of some strange signal interference, we couldn't track your steps. Now that we found you today, we'll do everything we can to get you back. Back to the Oasis. His core surrounded by warm energies, Penumbra feels something surging inwards beneath his chest. His sight becomes clear once more with an eventual flash, and he sees the face in front of him clearly. Who is Professor Kuruko? Why such an anxious expression? To think that someone still cares for me. I had given up on myself. How preposterous. Professor Kuruko, if I get the chance, I'd like to see this oasis you speak of with you. Professor. His body bears no wounds, yet that numb sensation hits all the same. Penumbra slowly opens his eyes. He had just relived his memories, all within the undamaged body of his. What a tiresome thing. Barely functions by itself, and replaced my memories to ridicule me. How droll. My memories in their totality consist of perhaps but a few days. I struggle to think of many ways to replay those. Penumbra feels a searing weight from his core. As few memories as he has, continually cycling them still runs the risk of burning up the core. I'm going to find the source of the problem as soon as possible, or I'll be stuck here forever. A debilitating wave of dizziness comes over him. The world seems to twist upside down, and time rewinds to a few days ago. Penumbra's base level settings are very strange. Because of the need for secretive operations, relevant memories are wiped after each time a mission is carried out. We cannot modify the base level logic set by humans. The best we can do is to introduce an interrupted program created by Helix, and limit the circumstances under which the program that deletes memories runs. It will place intense neural stress on him. He will need incredible willpower to help the interrupted program push through, and may have to endure pain the vast majority of those will crumble under. Are you sure, Professor? Such things must be decided by him. The professor turns around and looks intently at Penumbra, resting on a hospital bed. Penumbra feels his own body weigh down on him like 1,000 tons. Back then, how did I answer the professor? I said, I have people and things that I want to remember, that I will not forget, at any cost. If that is your wish, I will do everything in my power to help you. Applying a patch is the most common way to repair a program, but it creates unnecessary complications sometimes. The Oasis has the finest healers and physicians you can find. If you cannot bear it, speak to them. They will help ease the discomfort. Next was the endless cycle of adjustment and adaptation. Not unlike those old wounds on his body, the interrupted program brought him no small amount of pain. But Penumbra remains grateful for those memories he has preserved after arriving at the Oasis. This portion of memory is different from those he had in the past. It contains no orders, no killings. Damn it. Got caught up in a replay again. Crap. Just where is the error here? Must find the problem in these brief moments of clarity. His core shakes vigorously once more, and a fierce wave of heat expands over his limbs.
I have to find it. I must find it.
A piece of data claims dominion of a piece of Penumbra's mind, and he soon finds himself back in a familiar afternoon. The oasis, Upstrom. Penumbra? I can feel you nearby even if you don't make a sound. I wouldn't feel like someone was watching me otherwise. Why the silent treatment? You haven't said a single thing today. I failed to complete the mission you gave me, Professor. I am ashamed. When it's something you've never done before, there inevitably must be a learning process. No need to feel that way. You hauled me back from the battlefield, and you granted me new memories. As humans will say, someone's life is the entirety of their memory. Perhaps the previous Penumbra had already died, back in that null area. Yet I have no way to repay you. Every mission you assigned, I have fallen short. I have worn out and reprimanded myself, yet I still... Failure. Once again, like before. Penumbra, in this state, will lose all value in existence yet again. It's alright, even if you mess up. Your existence has meaning in and of itself. It does not fade simply because you fail. Fixating on the professor's smiling face, the desire to stop time here once and for all springs to mind. If someone was faced with his failures time and time again, even if it was the professor, their patience will surely run thin and they will show disappointment. So if I just remain here and repeat these memories, I'll never have to escape and face that inevitable end. But if I do stay here, I'll never repair the reactor, and I'll never be able to find any memory stone from Uranus. And I'd never get to see the real professor again. No doubt, the professor will be very disappointed in me. Something gleams in Penumbra's blood-red eyes. He draws his blade in a flash, swinging downwards for his waist. This almost suicidal act stops the images before his eyes in their tracks. But no expected pain comes from his abdomen. Disappointing the professor is something I shall never permit myself to do. That flash goes through the endlessly replaying memories. The scenery around him gradually fades. Penumbra finds himself drifting amidst a vast narrow cloud, surrounded by nothingness yet encircled by countless data streams. Penumbra catches sight of the root cause of the memory replaying. A string of patch code glowing with light. The piece of code that forcibly ran the reactor shutdown command after the tropics invaded. He had seen similar code structures in the adaptation programs of the medical department. The object's composition was akin to the current state of his narrow cloud. Those memories. Applying a patch is the most common way to repair a program, but it creates unnecessary complications sometimes. Was this within your expectations too, Professor? The group gathered around the reactor watch over the slumbering Penumbra, the weight of the circumstances hanging heavy over their heads. In the video feed, Cyan intently watches the control center's countless screens. Her long furrowed brow finally relaxes.
He did it. Reactor connected with data center. Reactor error identified.
Yay! Thank goodness!
But Mr. Penumbra,
Alright.
Penumbra opens his eyes, struggling to his feet and sweating the dirt off his robes. He decisively disconnects the cord, and the disconnection sends a tremor through his body as clarity returns to his murky eyes.
your core is exhibiting intense abnormalities.
This reactor is a piece of work. I only have so many memories after arriving at the oasis, but running through them again and again is no small bit of stress.
Thankfully, I made it before it became too much to bear.
Good work. Data center. Connected with reactor. Diagnose the error. Leave the repair to the robots.
Yeah.
Did you also relive some unpleasant things in the memory replay, Penumbra?
Not quite. Thinking back to his experiences inside the reactor systems, Penumbra smiles faintly. Other than the nothingness of the battlefield, my memories only hold the joy of experience at the Oasis. I love him so much. Oh boy, my baby. Dude, Penumbra accidentally blowing up the kitchen. There is no way to prepare cooked food for now. Having just finished your work and being ravenously hungry, which of the dishes before you will try? Which of the dishes before you will you try? The tomato and eggplant stir fry that Penumbra made. A lump of charred black something. I'd rather starve. Okay, let's spend HP. Berry's ult is so silly, I love it.
あなたに褒めてもらえればそれでいい。
Okay.
勝利の
くだらないな。
Alright. Upgrade anything for the warriors, I guess. I never tried the
褒美などいり
zucchini
ません。
thing.
あなたに褒めてもらえればそれでいい。
I mean, I probably shouldn't, but you know, curiosity sometimes. Anyway. As it tends to happen, it is time for me for bathroom break and to refill water break. Is Edgelad less edgy? A little bit. Because he had to replay his memories. And since like all his memories got deleted after completing missions, all he had was like good memories of the Oasis. So he did smile a little bit. We shall see. We're halfway through. We shall see if he actually gets less edgy. As I normally do for these events, I don't know if I'll do the last 3 on a stream. Since this is usually part 2 is usually where the story ends. But we'll see. So you need a full personality transplant, a severe case. But yeah, you arrive just as I'm leaving for a BRB screen. So yeah, you know the drill, guys. I'll be back soon. Just going to refill my water and going to empty my bladder. So yeah, BRB.
Alright, I'm back. I'm sorry for the delay. Hello! I am returned. To continue here, the story of my now favorite edgy boy. So let's go. Stage 3, Twilight Splendor. He still needs to understand the sunset, music, and the taste of chocolate. Ooh, it has to. Now I can use my Nasira.
準備完了。命令を確認。アナライザーの出番。教授の頼みとあっては仕方ないわ。感謝することね。
All other edgy boys have been replaced. I'm really liking also. I haven't finished. I haven't caught up with Star Rail, but I'm really liking the new edgy boy there. So far. I still need to see more of him because he being an edgy boy, he doesn't really speak much. But yay, Clucky! Clucky actually being called Clucky. If I do get Penumbra, he'll probably be my first male oath. Oh, it doesn't start with story. Great. So let me. I had a lozenge. I got throat candy. Goodbye, so Kuriko doesn't need you anymore. He's not edgy enough because he's not dark enough because he's just jealous of his sister. But like the Penumbra is actually cute. He's a dork and a fail boy. And I love him for it. Edgy gatekeeping. Yes, I am. Yeah. You know, he's edgy because he has what's it called? He has issues. He has what's the word I'm looking for? I forgot. It's guarding. But yeah, Sueyo is more, he has inferiority issues, inferiority complex with his sister, with Hatsu. And he's more edgy in the way that, you know, he doesn't like, you know, he's like more serious edgy. This Penumbra is more like dorky edgy. He's just a good boy. He just happens to be an assassin. Hello Sector, new reactor 1.
Listen well to what Sia's going to say.
Is it new work? New work! New work!
Reactor 1. Diagnosis report. Sent to terminals. Identify and repair. According to defect manual.
Yay! New work! Repair reactor!
Proceed with caution. If there are uncertainties, report in.
Will there be chocolates? There will, right?
I hate to say it, but Choco only has this one piece left on her.
No more chocolate.
The chocolaterie was destroyed when the tropics invaded. Choco would love to make more sweets for everyone, but there are no materials to speak of. Choco wants to help everyone too.
If we help fix out the chocolaterie, we'll have chocolates to eat. Chocolates, chocolates!
No, you have to fix the reactor first. The reactor's important.
But I want chocolate.
Miss Choco, with more hands, the work will be finished sooner. With the leftover time, we will be able to restore the chocolaterie as well. The Oasis technology should prove helpful in the repair process. Come, Mr. Penumbra, we shall assist as well.
Like, look. He's just so scared of helping out in any other way that's not killing. If work then chocolates is logic, exactly.
Helping was the original intention, but the little guys seem to summon flowery and the effects out of thin air whenever they speak. The air is enriched with a feeling of liveliness, and he has no clue how to interact with such beings.
Do you agree, Penumbra?
Sure.
Yay, that's great!
We'll have chocolate soon. Soon!
We should prepare and get going then.
Man is going flattered to the microwave, truly.
Choco passes the singular remaining piece of chocolate to the robots. Their leader accepts it, carefully dividing it into 3 pieces.
Oh, that's so cute that they actually divided it.
The 3 little beings, overflowing with happiness, make their way towards the reactor with haste and begin working. The daily repair life of a particular cold-faced individual and the 3 little sprites began thus.
Reactor access point successfully replaced. Injecting repair program. Systems of restoration progressing. Current progress 2%. 2%!
2%! Uranus, I love this man.
It too. Oh no, he uses it too. He is edgy.
Watching as Uranus is assimilated, Penumbra puts a palm to his forehead.
Analyzing. Appropriate answer located. If resistance is futile, one might as well make the most of the situation.
This is just routine work. I don't get all the cheer.
No, this is not routine work.
The little robot turns around, seriously gazing at Penumbra.
It's new work. If there's no new work, we'll be nothing more than lazy slugs, doing the same things over and over again. After the Archsphere was ignited, we had no more work to do, and had no right to eat chocolates. And the days without chocolates are difficult indeed.
You're so real for that. The formerly jaunty trio suddenly fell into deep melancholy. The assassin with not a clue how to comfort people finds himself out of his depth, and Uranus pats him on the shoulder.
So you have new work because of the damage caused by the entropic invasion?
Yeah. There will be chocolates for reward when you're done. Yay!
With the situation as is, we should finish the repairs together. I'd like to try Miss Choco's chocolates too.
Yay!
Yeah. Yay. No! I love him! So I'm crying to my sister. I miss his gun saying nerd. Yeah, instead of nerf, it's nerd.
His face beat red. Penumbra follows along in a low voice. At least someone melding into this journey trope.
And now he is one with them. Penumbra, my boy. I won him.
Yang tells a joke in the lounge. Everyone laughs, except for Penumbra, the assassin. Yang starts worrying that her joke wasn't actually funny after all.
He doesn't know how to laugh. He's mad.
He's asleep.
Give me some coins so I can buy some functions. For all the warriors that I have with no functions. Okay.
Upgrade.
Go destroy.
無根の襲名が喉を切り裂く。
通りすがりの特撮俳優だ。覚えておけ。
I just realized also that he's like standing at the top of a building at the start of his ult, and like the camera starts from behind, and like his coat is flowing on the wind.
Reactor 1 is soon repaired with everyone's cumulative efforts. As the final touches are finished, the robots begin to celebrate.
We're done! We're done! We can go have chocolates. Not yet. We need to have Choco repair the chocolaterie. And when that's done, we'll be able to have chocolates again. Chocolates! Chocolates! And after the chocolaterie, we'll have to move on to the other damaged buildings in the sector. And we'll get to have more chocolates! Chocolates! Chocolates!
They're so simple-minded, I love them.
What happens when the sector's fully repaired?
Look at the little shock face they all have. No!
Oh no! The sector will be fully repaired one day. Then we'll be lose his loves, doing the same things over and over again. The day will come. We'll have no work again. We'll be lazy slobs with no rights to chocolate.
The familiar flavor of pensiveness proliferates again. Penumbra feels something in his head whirring. The stress on his narrow cloud is greater than back inside the reactor. Penumbra finds himself in the same situation, and Uranus comes to the rescue once again.
Please leave it to me, Mr. Penumbra. Let us set off for Choco's chocolaterie. We have left Choco waiting for some time now, and the repairs ought to begin.
Yes, the chocolaterie. We must fix it first. Fix chocolaterie. Fix chocolaterie. Let's go!
Easily distracted.
Penumbra lets out a hefty sigh of relief as Uranus bails him out. With Uranus' words, the three little robots set off towards the chocolaterie. Not a hint of sorrow to be seen. It's almost like there's a switch for their emotions.
And you are the one who accidentally flipped the switch off, right? Actually, it's quite simple to make them happy.
What's the key?
Chocolate for all you.
Tell them that there are things they are yet to do. That is, duties they are yet to complete.
Uranus turns to Penumbra. his ever so static countenance making his tone indistinguishable.
In honesty, I can understand the feeling that life ends when duty ends.
I as well. We are such as dolls. We are such as dolls. To be used by humanity is the reason for our existence. Other than that, we have so very little. Penumbra casts his eyes downwards, an unpleasant piece of memory surfacing. And I am one with so very little. Sparrow Heavy Industries Research Facility. Omega 07 internal meeting. Is Object to be retrieved? Yes, seeing as Hassan's fallen from power. If Object remains at large as an experimental model for optical camouflage, the possibility of the technology leaking is very real. What meaning does the retrieval have? The testing for the camouflage is at an end, and a test doll like him has no usage in other fields. How pitiful. No possible usage as a sea doll either after data deletion. But how clumsy that guy is. I can't imagine he even has the requisite knowledge for daily life. You think he stands a chance of integrating into human society? Odds are that he'd become some sort of terrorist threat to society. With the help of optical camouflage, Penumbra heard everything, hidden outside the meeting room window. A few days prior, he was brought to his research facility by Sparrow researchers, and locked in solitary confinement. Not too different from his treatment under Hassan. While someone was examining his body, Penumbra knocked out the maintenance staff and escaped using optical camouflage. Knowing that his memory would be clear once again, he carefully hit the button on the archaic recorder. This conversation was recorded as such, playing over and over again. Exactly like those parts of his, damaged on the battlefield, reminded him the humans no longer have need of him, thus his existence was meaningless. Obsec got out of solitary! Obsec is on the loose! The sudden presence of the guard in the conference room throws the venue into chaos, but it soon settles as Penumbra introduces himself to the situation. His memory shall be wiped again, as clean as can be. A stray dog is a fitting description, no? Penumbra silently sits in the corner of his confinement room, smiling in self-mockery. A dismal expression soon replaces it. But the room is dark, and no one is there to see it.
No, my baby! My baby boy. Why must he suffer so? Millie.
また始まった通りすがりの特撮俳優だ覚えておけ
Warrior
大将
祝うがいい正義のヒーローが今ここに誕生した
Function Library Warrior
また始まった通りすがりの特撮俳優だ覚えておけ
Huh. Oh, we got something for warriors. Upgrade. Okay. Trading area. Damn. A whole bunch of nothing. Okay, I'm gonna take those two. It is what it is.
勝利だ
無根の襲名が喉をくだらないな
Hello Sector. The chocolaterie under construction.
Zip. Confirmed. Basic framework complete. Now, the chocolaterie can at least perform its most basic function, the creation of chocolate. A fine result, certainly.
The equipment up front doesn't seem to quite match up with what's documented. Let me have another look. Observing the diligent Penumbra, Uranus emits an electronic noise, seemingly an expression of amusement.
Since the commencement of our work on the chocolaterie, you have yet to take a break, Mr. Penumbra. As unwilling as you appear, you're giving it your all. Smiley face.
It was assigned to me by the professor, after all. And if the chocolaterie can be restored to its former state, I'm sure Choco and those robots will be quite happy.
Hey, Penumbra, Uranus!
Choco emerges from the kitchen and beckons to them.
I made sweets! Come have a taste!
The rich aroma of chocolate seeks out the nostrils at great distance, bringing happiness.
The chocolaterie is not quite up and running and the tools aren't ideal, but luckily the materials are of the finest quality. I will not doubt these are super delicious. Here, these are for you.
Wow! Chocolate!
The three robots hold the chocolates in their robotic hands, forming a circle in which to enjoy these boons after a day of work.
This portion is for Cyan. This one's for Uranus and this one's for Penumbra. Just right.
Molded into the shapes of the little robots, the chocolates are adorable in shape and almost lifelike. Sweets that eat away at the mind. They make people let down their guard and become depraved in opulence.
Like, look at the shit he says with a straight face.
Do Choco's chocolates really have such terrifying effects?
Penumbra frantically waves his hand as a distressed expression makes itself onto Choco's face. I'm not saying your chocolates aren't good. I just don't have sweets often.
Beep! These are no common sweets. They are the legendary Robopop chocolates, unmatched in deliciousness.
Uranus picks up a piece, putting it to his olfactory transducers. The sensors click into overdrive, and his spirits soon leap to a higher level.
A top 10 eat of the cloud indeed. Miss Choco's mastery of the art has created a perfect balance between the chocolate's rich fragrance and the nut's natural aroma. The distilled essence of all that is earthly in the season of autumn. I have no gustatory sensors with which to savor this delicacy, but I can tell that it is a fine confection from the scent alone. Thank you for your most generous work, Miss Choco.
I love Uranus too. Man has no mouth but must snack, truly.
Thank you, Uranus. Gee, you're making me embarrassed.
If one requires the replenishment of energy, it could serve quite well. Uranus raises a piece of chocolate up high, giving it all his attention as if it were a work of art. His old-fashioned frame and its motley colors strikes a sheer contrast with his spirited robotic voice.
Mr. Penumbra is correct, but I, Uranus, am of the mind that they are a fine choice, no matter the situation. An exile can be a warrior on the battlefield, but when a warrior hangs up their weapon, they are no different from a normal doll. A warrior can enjoy life in the same way, and find their own reason to exist.
Don't focus on me constantly. Go look at the sunset. Listen to some music you like. Doesn't that sound better? Let your stifled emotions start with the music. Feel the free spirit of nature. Instead of guarding me, I would rather have you find your own happiness and reason to exist. The professor would rather help me find my own reason to exist. Penumbra stares somewhat blankly at the chocolate in Choco's hands. Emulating Uranus, he puts it to his nose, gently sniffing. It didn't seem so overwhelmingly sweet, only giving off a faint sugary scent. Now to place it in the mouth. The hard outer shell gives way to a velvety smooth syrup. She's still not used to the taste.
It is a fine confectionery indeed. Watching as Penumbra's furrowed brow slowly relaxes, Choco nods with elation.
Yeah!
Let's go! He ate the chocolate! Woo! That's my boy!
Now into stage 4, Venture. Overcome your solitude with a taste of friendship and walk toward your anticipated tomorrow. Penumbra, Dupin, and Willow. Interesting matchup.
見ていてくれ私の戦いを準備完了命令を確認教授の頼みとあっては仕方ないわ感謝することね今日はどんなニュースが飛び出してくるのでしょうか
I'm gonna try going no guard. See how it works. Helios, Choco's Chocolaterie.
It's done! Choco's Chocolaterie has been perfectly recreated.
Every time we're done with work, we can have chocolates. Chocolates! Chocolates! Yay!
You're to thank here. The Chocolaterie, along with many other buildings in the sector, are up and running again thanks to everyone's work.
Looks like our support mission here is about to be complete.
I think you've forgotten about something. The professor emphasized the need to find the MR 1207 member store for you.
So that was part of the mission. I, Uranus, shall march with only ale and music.
MR 1207 member store. Zone F shall have many. Can request a storage location from administrator.
What do these parts do?
Querying lexicon. A memory store is a key part of the core, primarily responsible for storing a portion of memory, as well as the transfer and processing of data. The MR1207 model was developed initially by Sparrow Heavy Industries.
Sounds complicated. Choco doesn't get it. Is Uranus just sick and is that part swapped out?
High-intensity operations has left the old member store in a near-failure state. If a suitable replacement cannot be located, he'll end up as a piece of scrap in the recycling station. To even think about accessing the reactor system in such a state is unthinkable.
Thank you for your diligent care, Mr. Penumbra.
He's blushing.
That's not what it is. I'm just here to complete the mission given to me. If it's something the professor will want, I'll make it happen.
No matter what, Penumbra helped. Reactor connective systems. Reliable ally.
Don't mention it.
Mr. Penumbra, in such situations it can be advisable to accept the compliment and return genuine gratitude.
Troublesome. Cyan receives an inventory of spare parts from the administrator, and her terminal projected into the air.
We just need to find that part called MR1207. Right. Let's see... Oh! Here!
Exchange reactor memory unit. Use leftover one. Zone F's AN maintenance station.
432 remaining in stock. Far more than sufficient.
Penumbra glances at the projection, immediately turning around and walking into the distance.
Yeah? Where are you going, Penumbra?
Zone F. The sooner we are done, the sooner we can return and report to the professor. In the blink of an eye, he had already zipped to a faraway rooftop, leaving behind naught but persistent echoes. Oi, get a move on.
Huh? Is it trendy to walk this fast at the Oasis?
No. This is Mr. Penumbra's field of specialty. Please do not attempt to emulate this at home.
I just saw he had like a different emoji on his speech bubble. No.
The metal door of the maintenance station's warehouse opens. Penumbra takes a few glances inside first, as is avid for someone of his profession. After making sure the environment is safe, he gestures for the rest of the group to enter. Common tools were scattered through the station, but the bay originally holding the MR-1207 models is completely empty.
Weird. There should be a lot in stock. Yeah, let's look around in the boxes nearby. Perhaps there'll be something.
Where did the MR-1207 used to repair the reactor come from?
That's a part of the maintenance team's backups. The robots repair a spare set of parts, others in the station warehouse.
So the source of the memory storage to repair the reactor is no good.
Yes, that's correct.
Here, these are the same memory stores as the stock image.
Uranus spots a batch of parts in a corner of the warehouse. The package is covered in dust, as if it had already been left here for some time. Sion picks up the parts, carefully inspecting him. Not long after, she lets out a short sigh.
Improperly secured. In transport process. Many marks here. Outer layer. Silver thermal coating. Worn off. Internals damaged. Completely unusable. But there were so many that were in inventory. How did it... Maintenance station. Infested by entropy. Parts partially damaged. Post-battle robots. Clear away parts. Summary. Only remaining. Usable MR-1207 model. Swap out for the one in reactor. If that's the case, we'll just remove the memory store in the reactor and figure out some other way to fix the reactor.
Do not worry for me so, Miss Sion, Miss Choco. In comparison to Uranus, Reactor's one successful continued function is far more important. Since I was created, put to the field of battle, and then injected with Adolf's neural cloud and united with everyone here in the cloud. Uranus has had a fulfilling time, and experienced a great many wonderful things. If the day truly comes where I must bid farewell, I shall lie in the capsular repair bay, quietly awaiting the end. As I am, my ale and favorite music shall more than suffice.
No, Uranus.
That line again. Penumbra feels something tugging at him from deep down, and his countenance grows dark.
Mr. Penumbra has been worried about the commander. Uranus ale happens to be running low, and now will be a fine time to begin the journey back.
That is not what the professor ordered.
We have already completed our mission.
The professor wanted you to keep functioning, and functioning well. They did not say that they were prepared to have you collect dust in a repair bay. What kind of mission completion is this? He slams a fist into the wall, his formerly calm and collected demeanor melting away. This is his first time on an outing with comrades of the Oasis. He doesn't want the mission to end in failure, because that will disappoint the professor. But even more so, because he will rob a friend of their future.
He's getting friends, my boy. He's learning the meaning of friendship. Library. Okay, let's get that.
Anomaly. There's been a doll in the black. Let me read! There's been a doll in the black cape hanging around the professor recently. Yeah, he looks all mysterious and stuff, and he's got a real mean face. We call this black-clad doll that never leaves the professor's side be. Better haunting the professor's side. Okay, I'm assassin. Okay, let's get that.
大将力
祝うがいい。正義のヒーローが今ここに誕生した。今日はどんな通りすがりの特撮俳優だ。
Okay.
覚えておけ。
Upgrade. Let's upgrade that one, yes. Did I overclock? I did. It'll be fine, right?
大将力残りの襲名が喉を切る。褒美などいりません。あなたに褒めてもらえればそれでいい。
that one. The return journey is set for tomorrow. Penumbra told a lie to Uranus, claiming that he was seeking a craftsman to maintain his weapon. In reality, he races against the clock to find a MR1207 memory store. Excuse me, do you recognize these components? He queries the busy robots, trying to replicate Uranus' tone. He had asked on matters countless times, but never has he been able to breach that barrier of awkwardness when speaking to a stranger.
That's the MR1207 memory survival. We use it when we repair the reactor. Reactor!
Do you know where I might be able to find more?
Don't know. Parties are not installed. Other parts? Don't know. Need to hurry up with work. We can reward ourselves with chocolates when work is done. Chocolate! Does Penumbra eat chocolates too?
Penumbra knows not when these agents came to remember his name. Perhaps it was during the reactor repair process. His instinctive aversion to sweets drives him to shake his head. But he's on nuts, remembering something. I don't... No, I mean, I do eat chocolates.
Yay! Penumbra eats chocolate too! We must finish your work first. No being Ace's loves.
The serious little robot puts her hand on their hip, overseeing his friends in their work. The three soon return to their work in high spirits. Ryan recommends the Robopop chocolates of this sector. You haven't had them.
These confectionaries are ranked within the top 10 eats of the cloud. I have not tasted them, but I trust in everyone's collective choices. These are no common sweets. They are the legendary Robopop chocolates, unmatched in deliciousness. A top 10 eat of the cloud indeed. Miss Choco's master of the art has created a perfect balance between the chocolate's rich fragrance and the nut's natural aroma. Oh, the distilled essence of all that is earthly in the season of autumn. I have no gustatory sensor with which to savor this delicacy, but I can tell that it is a fine confection from the scent alone.
Robopop chocolates. If we can't find a suitable member store, how to at least let that guy know what the chocolates he's been looking forward to taste like. He turns off the projection from his terminal, beelining towards Choco's chocolaterie. Helios, Choco's chocolaterie. Ring ring! The chocolaterie's doors swing open. Choco moves to greet her guest with a bright smile on her face.
Welcome! Hey, Penumbra?
Common sense informed her that the person in front of her should never reasonably appear at the chocolaterie. She rubs her eyes, just to make sure. I'm here to buy Robopop chocolates.
Have you been enterprised, Penumbra? What are you saying? Hold on, I'm going to tell Cyan ASAP. We'll help you. I hope we're not too late.
I haven't been entropized. I just... Seeing as Uranus has no sense of taste, I want to tell him what I taste and feel when I eat a chocolate.
Ah, is that so? You really do care, Penumbra. In that case, these chocolates...
Choco lifts an entire tray of chocolates from a showcase, turning to Penumbra with a dazzling smile.
are all yours.
I don't need this many.
Yes, you do.
As she speaks, she begins to place the chocolates into a neat package. With nothing better to do, Penumbra leans on a wall and watches. Ring ring. The wind chimes peal with their familiar sound again, and Choco reflexively speaks her pleasantries.
Welcome.
A small robot opens the door by its lever, looking inside timidly. It closes the door in shame at the sight of Choco, repeating the process several times.
Weird. Is it a customer? Or does it have something it needs help with?
A smile emoji. I love his smile emoji.
Your chocolates are ready, Penumbra.
Choco hands a cute parcel over to Penumbra, the latter mulling over the mannerism of the robot just then. It opened the door in an apprehensive manner, and looked like it had something to say. Did it have a message to deliver? Its arms were covered in scratch marks. Scratch marks, left by work or combat. There was also some silvery paint scraped. Coming to this point in his train of thought, his eyes suddenly sharpened. That guy.
Was there anything strange?
There were chippings of silver thermal coating on that robot's arms.
Ah, the damaged memory store.
Yes, they might know where the missing batch of MR1207 is. Penumbra activates his optical camouflage, concealing his form, dashing out of the chocolateria with chocolates in tow. The little robot is not far from the chocolateria, muttering something joylessly.
I didn't finish my work. I'm a lazy slug. He doesn't deserve chocolates.
Without a clear reason, it draws a clear contrast from the other robots Penumbra knew. Depressed and downcast as if there was no future in sight. Almost like... just like me. A throbbing pain emerges from Penumbra's core. He takes a deep breath and approaches with the intent of asking why, but his heart gives him cause for hesitation. Even if I know what's happened, how do I communicate that with it? You've already done well. Were I not? No, that's what Uranus would say. What would I say? As he ponders internally, he looks up to find the little robot gone. He perks up immediately, surveying the surroundings. After confirming a trail, he immediately moves to follow, tailing the robot. The time is twilight, and the sun's gentle glimmers beam down on Helios' newly reinvigorated earth. The little robot stopped for an abandoned shelter. Gazing at the emptiness it holds in its hands, its robotic voice makes known its melancholy.
No more parts to carry. Not at all. To protect precious parts from entropization, involving transfer here. No more parts. No new assignments. No work. No chocolates. No chocolates at all.
Penumbra raises his head. The shelter is stuffed chock full with parts, overflowing from the windows. Some bits and pieces fall by his feet, and upon closer inspection... This is... an MR1207. Yes, exactly like the terminal's image. Has this little guy been carrying the units from the warehouse here all this time? He immediately disengages his optical camouflage. Penumbra's sudden appearance gives the robot a scare, almost to the point of scaring its wits away.
An enemy? Warning! Warning! Zone H! Something black! Black enemy has appeared.
I'm not an enemy. I'm Penumbra, sent to assist Halley's reconstruction by the Oasis. I'm your friend.
Oh, poor guy.
He hoped his inept descriptions would serve to calm down the thoroughly terrified robot. Thankfully, his words did the trick, and the little automaton soon calms down.
Oasis. Friend.
Yes. Have you been carrying parts all this time? Specifically these MR1207 memory stores.
Yes! After Earth Pierce ignition, our duty was done, and we didn't know what more there was to do. One day, many purple monsters attacked the sector, and the administrator ordered us to transfer precious components to a safe area. This is a nice place, and doesn't attract attention, unlikely to ever be found by anyone. I carry and carry, but one day there will be no more to carry. I have no assignment again, no duty, no assignment, and no rewards. I want chocolates, but there's no chocolates.
They're so cute, but they're so dumb.
Without duty, without meaning, and without reward, there can be no future. Its optics to be retrieved. Yes, seeing as Hassan's fallen from power, if OPSEC remains at large as an experimental model for optical camouflage, the possibility of the technology leaking is very real. What meaning does retrieval have? The testing for the camouflage is at an end, and a test tool like him has no usages in other fields. How pitiful. No possible usages as Sidol either after data deletion. With how clumsy that guy is, I can't imagine he even has the requisite knowledge for daily life. You think he stands a chance of integrating into human society? Odds are that he'd become some sort of terrorist threat to society. Can you hear me? I'm Project Neurocloud's Professor Kuruko, here to fetch you. Because of some strange signal interference, we couldn't track your steps. Now that we found you today, we'll do everything we can to get you back. Back to the Oasis. Who is Professor Kuruko? Why such an anxious expression? To think that someone still cares for me. I have given up on myself. How preposterous. Professor Kuruko, if I get the chance, I'd like to see this Oasis you speak of with you. Professor. Don't focus on me constantly. Go look at the sunset. Listen to some music you like. Doesn't that sound better? Let your stifled emotions out with the music. Feel the free spirit of nature. Instead of guarding me, I would rather have you find your own happiness and reason to exist. That's what I once thought too. I feared the thought of having no more duty to perform. The optical camouflage trials were at an end, and being so detached to society, I am nothing more than a waste of space. They all thought I would become a threat to society.
You thought you will have no more rewards as well?
That's what I thought then. But someone saved me. Someone was willing to risk their life for the sake of a piece of waste like me. They even wished that I would find my own happiness and reason to exist. They wanted me to understand that even without duty, existence has meaning and rewards. You want chocolates, right?
My man needs a hug. Real! I will hug him forever.
Even if I haven't completed any assignments?
Of course. Penumbra passes a piece of chocolate to the robot. The automaton's clouded container soon clears. It happily accepts the chocolate, running in circles around Penumbra.
Chocolate, chocolate! Chocolate, chocolate! Chocolate, chocolate!
Penumbra picks up the MR1207 unit lying by his feet. The warm sunlight burnishes his jet black robes, displaying that which is most beautiful about his findings before him.
Look at him, he's so pretty. My boy. I volunteer a tribute, get in line. I'll be going first.
The silvery coating is akin to the dazzling wings of some wintry sprite. Staring at it, Penumbra's originally cold and severe expression slowly softens. A gentle smile makes its way onto his face, exceptionally endearing, as if it were the expression originally meant for this face of his. The professor had it right. From the very start, no part of this journey was an order. What drove me to move was my heart all along. With this, Uranus should be able to keep functioning. His future will be just like how he is now. A rebellious ray of sunshine, lover of ale, music, and Robopop chocolates. Penumbra turns to see the sun gradually sinking into the horizon, the sky taking on remnant orange hues. The past all comes to an end in this moment, and the future is in one's own hands. Why not reward myself with a piece of chocolate? Penumbra peels apart the wrapper on a piece of chocolate, placing it in its mouth. Its rich and velvety flavor fills his mouth. Damn, it's sweet.
I like that he still isn't much into sweets. That's fine, my boy. You can find some other thing you like. Cinema, truly. Look at my baby boy.
代償を支払った。
通りすがりの特撮俳優だ。覚えておけ。
代償を支払った。
祝うがいい。正義のヒーローが今ここに誕生した。
代償を支払った。
通りすがりの特撮俳優だ。覚えておけ。
medic?
代償を無根の襲名が喉を切り裂く。
I love you so much. Why is he just such a dork? Oh no, a sniper. I'm releasing the snipers for once.
無根の襲名が喉を切り裂く。褒美などいりません。あなたに褒めてもらえればそれでいい。
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that.
代償を支払った。
通りすがりの特撮俳優だ。覚えておけ。
That recovery, upgrade. Let's go destroy.
無根の襲名が喉を切り裂く。
Hell yeah, destroy.
くだらないな。
Helios sector. No, Helios sector exit.
Replacement complete. Uranus memory store. Back at Oasis. The lazy checks up. Oasis level up technology. More advanced than Helios. After the lazy's adjustments, we will be more flexible. Here are some gifts for everyone at the Oasis. Don't you two? Looks like my concerns of snacking are unnecessary.
Please, be careful.
You two have much work remaining and need not accompany us far.
Let's go. The professor's waiting for us. We have no time to waste.
Straightforward as always. Come by and have chocolates whenever you want.
Penumbra secures Choco's parcel in his cloak, beginning the return journey. He waves to Zion and Choco by means of farewell, leaving a dashing silhouette. Uranus still looks back at the two in the distance longingly until their silhouettes become blurry and fade from view.
What a remarkable journey.
If not for that little agent carrying things willy-nilly, we'd be back at the Oasis a few days earlier. But we found the MR1207 unit we needed, and you won't have to end up a piece of scrap at the recycling station. Blah, my tongue is twisting.
My utmost gratitude, Mr. Penumbra. You have granted me a future that shall endure.
Right, about that thing. It's really sweet when you put it in your mouth, but the really rich kind of bitterness comes out about halfway through. There's a very mild sweetness of the milk on top of the bitterness. The crushed hazelnuts and peanuts change up the texture and are crunchy. The leftover hazelnut skin sticks around for a bit in your mouth. The cocoa's bitterness helps balance the flavor, and you always feel like having another. I suppose that's one of the reasons it sells as well as it does.
Mr. Penumbra, just speak of...
Just said you wanted to see just what the Robopop... Bobopop or Robopop? Just what the Bobopop chocolate tastes like. He made a mistake.
Rope of chocolates. Zip. You are a meticulous and precise individual with a compassionate heart, though it would help if you were a little more honest. You have my thanks for going out of your way to remember their taste and describe it to me in such detail. With your description, it is as if I have tasted it in all its exquisiteness.
It's nothing. Just that these type of things that eat away at the mind are special, so I remember them.
Do you enjoy these special sensations?
I don't hate them. I don't really like them either.
This emoji is the one that you got before. What would that face, Uranus?
Will you be willing to try one more recommendation of mine then? If you don't mind, perhaps you will have a cup of this ale that has entranced me so. Its flavor has been described as a heavenly nocturne, and I pray that I have the good fortune of having you illustrate it to me.
Uranus generously hands a can of the artisan brew in his hand to Penumbra. The thoroughly unguarded doll cracks open the aluminum can, taking a healthy swig. First came the rich aroma of raspberry and cream. Then... his face takes on the colors of black, red and purple, his cheeks swollen like a hamster stowing away its food.
No! What did you give him?
He expels all the beer in his mouth, choking and coughing on the remnant liquid. Liar. It's bitter. Not good at all.
Oh well, if it was beer, it is bitter.
Taking in the sight of Penumbra's resentful and undignified state, Uranus laughs heartily into his robotic voice.
Zip, zip. This is the beer of the real world. Some who are chained to society use it to drown their sorrows. Perhaps its flavor is exactly that, the sorrows of adult life.
Penumbra's reservations about the ale continue, marking an end to this eventful journey.
祝うがいい正義の ヒーロ
It's
ーが
cinema.
今ここに誕生した。
Cerveza cristal.
Wait. Okay, there we go. All right, all right. So let's finish this.
Part 2. New wish. Bathe in the shining lights and take a new step forward.
The Oasis, headquarters.
Professor, about the reconstruction efforts at Helios.
Persicaria opens the HQ doors, but a strange feeling prompts her to look towards one of the corners.
Penumbra, when did you get back?
In the corner mostly spared from the rays of sunlight, Penumbra stares at me without a word, mechanically answering Persicaria.
Last night.
Penumbra did well on the assignment in Helios this time. Uranus' memory store replacement has gone smoothly as well, and I imagine he's taken a well-deserved break in the repair bay. Will you not go rest, Penumbra?
I'm content with the professor's side. It's more relaxing to me than resting.
Then, did you find the future you were looking for in Helios?
I did, yes.
Do tell.
As a test tool discarded by humanity, I had nothing to my name after my employer's death. With no one to give me orders, I often thought that I wasn't needed. Like that, there was no meaning to my existence. But everything that exists in this world has meaning in and of itself. This is why we have music, the evening sun, the world as we know it. Thanks to the professor, I won't blind myself to any duty, but instead live as my heart dictates. Seeing as the professor's gotten through to you, why don't you go and do something you want to? Because protecting the professor is what my heart dictates.
Penumbra's expression shows no sign of frivolousness. Persicaria feels an oncoming headache, unable to stop herself from sighing as she puts a hand on her forehead.
Let him be, Persicaria.
Persicaria, don't worry. I'm sure one of these days... The brisk and rhythmic sound of knocking interrupts the conversation inside.
Come in.
Simo!
Professor, Persicaria. An optic. Good morning.
The moment Sim enters the room, the look in Penumbra's eyes hones in.
Olivia has requested that I head to Cyclops to assist in combat technique training with the combat dulster. The exact details should be in the message she sent to you.
About that. I wanted to speak to you about this earlier.
Our field operations were complete a few days ago, and there are no emergency affairs to attend to in the Oasis as of now. If you have no other arrangements, Professor, I can head there in the near future.
By yourself? The cloud is indeed free of strife as of now, but scattering tropics still lurk outside the sector. The calm before the storm, as they say. To be on the safe side, someone should accompany you on this assignment.
But if it is your decision, you must have your reasons, Professor. I shall follow your arrangements.
Alright, take a break in the rest area for now. I will dispatch someone to go with you in a moment. Simo nods, taking a glance at the unedged Penumbra in the corner, flashing a friendly smile. The HQ's doors close once again.
Man, what a pain. Who do I send with him?
I scratch my head, sighing and adding some theatrics to the situation. Good tired, Prof. The lad in the corner hesitates for a moment, but he speaks up with a red face.
Professor, can you send me? If you're willing, that would be perfect. Simo's an old friend of yours, and I trust that you will take good care of each other.
I mean, the old friend is kind of stretching it, but I guess.
Perhaps friend is not the correct word, but I would be grateful if you were to arrange for me to work with him further. Gaul is a legend amongst military dolls. I desire power and admire those who are strong. To want to work alongside someone such as him then follows. Of course, if you are in any danger, I shall return at earliest possibility. May I, Professor? This is the first request you've ever made of me. How could I say no? Make sure you tell me what's in your mind from now on. Your future belongs to you and no one else. If you're ready, go and speak with Simo. We shouldn't keep him waiting. Penumbra nods, and his steps out of the room are lively. The door closes once more, and I am left alone with Persicaria. He didn't tell me again to never accept coffee from a stranger like before. I almost miss it, honestly. Seems you found yourself in the position of a parent again. Are you not worried the two of them may clash though? In the real world, they've crossed blades before during their assassination missions. Since they've already both moved on from their past, we need not worry about the strife of yesterday. In the real world, whether their encounters are brief or intense, they were merely influenced by their positions. If they get along right off the bat in the Oasis, then they should have a fantastic time getting to know each other. No doubt. The Oasis, rest area. Ooh, are we actually gonna see them interacting? Rock and Simo passionately discuss a mecha anime that ended yesterday. The sunlight before them suddenly obscured by a shadow. Like I was saying, the ending was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. How did they end up deciding to kill the main character? It's infuriating. Penumbra? Why are you not with the professor? The professor has assigned a field operation. Penumbra gives Simo his full attention, excitement and admiration threatening to burst forth. I am Obsec or Penumbra, Gaul. The professor has arranged for me to accompany you on this mission. Simo raises his head to look into the other man's blood-red eyes, the zeal and desire for competition in his eyes all too obvious. He smiles and extends a hand. Hello, partner. I'm Simo. They share a past inundated in deathly white, filled with endless despair and gloom. How the future is to be written shall be decided by them and them alone. The only perpetual factors the Oasis, the professor, their friends.
Ah, that was sweet. Now, does this have any story? I don't think so. It shouldn't, right? New friend get! It shouldn't, right? I am gonna assume not. My boy, why won't you come home? And they give me fragments. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you torture me this way? Technically like 2 or 3, but still. Yeah, we got a few friends. We got a few friends now. Why can I not pull for him? Why must they throw him alongside the Dark Hubble event? I will wait for him otherwise, but I should probably save my money for Dark Hubble.
One day he shall be mine. Crying, shaking. But yeah, gonna quickly make the change back to chat. He got friends. What a love and hope moment. Truly. He found the meaning of friendship. That was sweet. I love the character events in Narrow Cloud. They're usually so sweet. They're normally so sweet. Close exit LD player. Our love and hope quota has been filled. Time for pain. Yeah, exactly. Next week there will only be pain. Literally, because next week we'll be doing the new Narrow Cloud event, so you go to the major event for the pain. Exactly. You know, we got this sweet story about a boy getting friends, finding the meaning of life and his existence, coming to terms with the fact that it is okay to just be. And next week we'll probably, I don't know, a sector will explode or something probably. Mika can't let us be all feel good for too long. Exactly. That's against some sort of law. They're all laws that they made. The Mika laws. We can only have a bit of feel good, and then law and hope. But I love him. I shall be strong for Dark Hubble though. I shall. Oh, less. No. Possibly even universal loss they found true. But yeah, I really like the character stories. I shall be strong. I shall be strong for Dark Hubble. Dark Hubble is probably more worth my money than Penumbra. But next time. Unless they again throw him before like a goodie on it. I mean, Dark Hole, it's a thing of like, you know, I like them both. Like, I love them both for different reasons. Like, Dark Star Hubble, it's great. I love her design. But on top of that, she's strong. And she's limited, if I remember correctly. And my boy Penumbra, as much as I love him, he's not limited. And I mean, I think it's good, but like he requires like a specific team that I don't think I really have. So like, you know, choices need to be made. I am not made of money, so choices have to be made. If I manage to get Hubble early, I might consider spending money for him, but otherwise my money shall go for Hubble. Dark Star Hubble. She's so cool. Like, her design is so great. Her art is so cool. I'm like, yeah. Need. I really love. I wonder who's the artist for Hubble. I really like the art style. If evil, why hot? It's fine. It's fine. We can fix her. I assume we fix her. That's why we can roll for her. I assume. We shall see next week.
I wonder how much more pain they'll show me so soon after the last event. True. I have so many questions. But we shall see. We shall see when the time comes. Anyway, I desperately need to go get some food in me before I need to go get my sister in like half an hour, and I wanna eat first, so I'll be ending. Spoiler lots, true. But yeah, next week, what are we doing next week? So Tuesday we continue. Next Tuesday, yes, because there's a Tuesday that I'm doing something else, but. Yeah, so this Tuesday we continue Tales of Fantasia with Coco. No stream on Thursday. No stream next Thursday. On Friday, Maple will be dying live on a stream here on my channel. We'll be playing Sukosis, the creepy Sue game that comes out next week. And then on the weekend, we'll be starting the Netherblade event, Saturday and Sunday. We're gonna post Reverse Collapse this week. Hopefully I can make enough progress so I can continue it the following week. But if not, it will probably be 2 weeks without Reverse Collapse, and then we'll get back to it. As I say, it all depends on how long the event is. So we shall see. So yeah, that is the schedule for next week. Eat the food so sis can't steal any. She already got her food. She already got her lunch. She took her lunch to work. And she left me lunch. She left me enough food so I could eat. So I'm gonna eat it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. Remember to take care of yourself, stay safe, stay hydrated. And I will see you all next time. So bye bye.